Welcome to the Red Arrow Health and Wellness Podcast. I am Marco, and I'm with
Jessica.
And Jessica, we have a great episode tonight.
We do.
And I have to make a confession.
Uh-oh, what's that?
We could have a confession time. I played back the audio that we recorded live, outdoors, in public, with just an absolutely great conversation with three young ladies.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound right.
Oh, no.
So then I went back and I looked at the photo, the selfie you took.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so frantically putting everything together quickly with people out driving by giving us weird looks and trying to get it done in time because we knew parents were arriving with their kids for us to do this. And, you know, we had the concerns of like, is this going to work? Who's going to show up? Can we make it happen? I missed one of the audio connections.
Uh-oh.
And it didn't dawn on me, and I don't think it dawned on you either, because you looked over at my computer screen a few times.
I saw the blips.
Yeah, we're seeing the visual representation of the audio waves. So we're like, it's picking up the girls when they talk.
Right.
It's picking up our audio. Oh, it must be working. Little did we know that the microphones we had in front of the young ladies were not the mics that were picking up their audio. And just heartbroken. So I went through, spent a lot of time trying to amplify their sound so it's there. It is not the best quality audio. It is not the fault of the ladies. But the conversation we had was too good just to throw it away.
It was fantastic. We had so much fun.
So much fun. One of my favorite episodes we've done so far. And
yeah.
It's only our 23rd episode, but it is one of my favorites. And they did such a good job. So I feel like that's why we're here right now. This is our kind of like our pre-episode disclaimer that it's not their fault. And please, please, please put up with our technical failures or faults just working through podcasting, and put up with the technical parts of the audio to really listen to what they had to say, because it is a great conversation and they have a lot of great snippets, great stories, great anecdotes in there. Totally worth it.
Agreed.
Whether you're a middle school runner or an elementary runner getting into running, a high school running, a running coach, an adult trying to get into running in general.
Yep.
Listen to what these ladies had to say in their conversation. It's a great episode.
It's definitely worth it.
And with that, here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Red Arrow Health and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Marco, with my lovely co-host,
Jessica.
And we are outside again.
Yay!
In lovely downtown St. Joe, Michigan, on the bluff, kind of overlooking the lake if the trees aren't in the way.
There's a lot of trees.
And we're joined tonight by Allie, Amelia, and Izzy.
Hi, guys.
Hi. My name looks some pizzazz. Hey, don't brag.
We're socially distancing. We're wearing masks. So
Yep.
Hopefully the audio is going to translate through.
It should be fine.
But tonight we're going to talk about running and racing and training and cross country and whatever else comes up.
Yes.
And hopefully we can do this without, it's just going to be a little bit of a breeze and there's some traffic going by, but hopefully not too many distractions.
Hopefully we can stay on topic.
Hopefully, we'll see. But we open every episode asking, what are you drinking? So, Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking an orange mango icy.
Okay.
And it's very yummy.
Is it cold?
It is cold because I have a cup full of ice, so everything is good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. What are you drinking, Marco?
I got a Gatorade Zero Lemon Lime.
Awesome.
Yeah. Izzy.
I got Lipton iced tea, peach flavored. Never actually read the label, but it tastes good.
Ooh.
Okay. Allie.
Straight water. Natural. Like
High quality H2O.
Yeah. Oh yeah, pure H2O all the way.
All right. And Amelia, you got water too?
Yep. Yeah,
Awesome.
fancy kind. I got fancy water.
She's got the...
Oh, yeah.
Did you three coordinate that you're all wearing cross-country shirts
Yes,
too?
we actually did.
Oh, I love it.
We planned it out.
That's awesome.
Nice. Well, a virtual cheers.
Cheers!
All right, so let's lead off with a little bit of some of the boring stuff and get it out of the way. First off, all three of you are high school students.
Yes, now we are. Yeah.
You are all legally minors,
Yep.
under 18.
Yeah.
Your parents have signed consent forms granting permission for you to be on this podcast.
Yes, 2 of them. Indeed. Overachievers. You're welcome.
Mhm. All right, you're all members of Marco's cross country team, and you are executive board members of the Summer Running Club.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we are.
And the summer racing club used to be the summer running club. Summer racing club is an episode or a organization that we've talked about a lot on this other episodes of this podcast. So listeners should know about that. And I do want to mention that the boys were invited too that are on the exec board.
Yep.
They didn't come.
All of them on vacation.
They're all
Yes.
on vacation right now.
That is crazy.
Must be nice to be the boys of the exec board. But the ladies are here, so
We are.
we'll get to hear a lot about girls cross country.
Woohoo!
Okay, so as a form of introduction, you are all entering your freshman year of high school.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
This will be the 4th year of cross country for each of you, all on the same team and all with the same coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Couldn't imagine it any other way.
And then last season, as 8th graders, all 3 of you ran in the regional cross country meet, and all 3 of you did great.
Woohoo! Virtual
And for
high five.
people who aren't
Survive.
familiar with how it works in Michigan, it's a high school race.
Yeah.
It was the high school regional, which is one step. You have to run there to go to state. As a team, you three, and then we had 2 seniors, scored 5th in the region, which was amazing. Amelia, you finished in the top 40 with an excellent time. Izzy, you were top 25, just shy of 2 minutes away from what it would have taken to get to state as an 8th grader.
You're really close.
That was impressive.
I really wanted this year. So bad.
Good.
This year, we'll get to this year a little bit later, but this year, yes, I would like to see you go. I'd like to see you all go, either as individuals or even better as a team. And then, Allie, you were top 10, 9th, in fact. You qualified for states as an individual, and then when you went to state, you were in the top 50 amongst high school runners in Division 4 in Michigan. And out of the 6 8th graders in the state that made it to the state finals, you were 2nd.
We're still not sure if she's a robot or not. No. She says she has a DNA test, but I haven't seen it. I'm not sure. I want to see your result now. Proof, Allie.
Well, let's get into the fun stuff then. And we'll back up a little bit, talking about running. What sparked the original interest in running and joining the cross-country team?
Well, I was pretty sure to be like Girls on the Run.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought we were going to train all year for a 5K. I was
cute.
wrong, by the way. I was not prepared, but then I got hooked, and yeah, I haven't been able to stop. Yep. Yeah, I thought it would be just, I thought it'd be like Girls on the Run with less pep talk, but I was wrong.
Are you saying there's a lot of pep talks in Girls on the Run?
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah.
3/4 pep talk.
It's mostly pep talk.
And they reuse the same one.
the whole time if you want. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what kid number 1 said.
yeah.
She said it was a lot of.
I thought that's what cross country would be, but I was sadly mistaken. But now I'm very glad about that. That'd be kind of weird, not gonna lie. But
Well, what got you to sign up for Girls on the Run? Because that sounds like that was the gateway
Yeah.
into running.
I used to join everything. If I might still do that. I'm not sure, but I just randomly decided to sign up because I wasn't doing anything, and you got to hang out with friends. So that was basically it. Yeah.
Okay.
I also was a Girls on the Run kid.
Woo!
Because I actually only did it for the running. I didn't like the pep talk. It was the same. I respected them. Yeah. I don't exactly know. I guess most of the people in my family have actually been runners, other than track or cross country. Actually, in Applebee's, there's a large mural of my cousin running that they took.
Cool. Oh yeah, I saw that. That's really cool.
And I, kind of joined cross country and
You're
haven't
living up to it.
been able to stop.
Yeah.
It's normally a spiral.
So I was in Girls on the Run too. But I did not enjoy the pep talks very much.
That's hysterical.
I was really excited to go run in something that would not encourage you to only run a 5K at the end of I wanted to.
could have warned me.
Yeah. Hey, ruin the surprise. Yeah. So my family's got some runners in them too, so that's what inspired me to join.
I'm the first runner in my family.
Whoa.
So that's So starting from block one. I don't have a legacy to live up, so I can make my own.
There you go, trendsetter.
Well, and Izzy, you just perfectly segued into our next question, though. Do you come from a family of avid runners? And to answer that question,
No, I am like the first person in my family to be a runner, really. I mean, I think I had an uncle who did cross country when it was a club one. Yeah, yeah, it was a club sometime, and I had an uncle who did it for like 1 year. That's the only connection I have. Yeah, that's about it.
Yes, my dad ran cross country, my mom ran track, my cousin ran. Yes, and it's my family is ran.
Of course.
Runners.
Yeah.
oh yes.
My dad's done a marathon before, so he
Woo!
I don't. My mom's not as much of a runner. My brother is though. So yeah, I've got a few people in the family who are runners.
Yeah.
Groovy.
I mean, marathons make cross country look like a sprint.
Yeah.
I know. They're terrifying.
I gotta agree.
They're terrifying now, but we have some alums out of the program when they graduate high school and they're looking for something next, and they're not looking for speed so much anymore. Instead of trying to get faster and faster, they start looking at going longer and longer and look at half marathons. Well, first they look at 10Ks and then half marathons and then marathons.
We should do that. Okay, let's do it. We need 30. Let's do a marathon, guys. When we're sometime in the future, we can do it.
Yeah.
We'll work up to it.
This is how it works. It's just the peer pressure. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, let's
That
be
is how it
miserable
works.
together and go
Yeah.
run long distances.
It'll be a bonding experience, guys. Bonding experience.
So that's how you got into it. But why do you run? Why do you sign up for cross country every year? Why do you go run all summer?
Yeah. Let's see.
What's the attraction? Because there's so many people out there go, I don't want to do track because it involves running, or I don't want to be on the cross country team because I don't like to run.
Well, I like the camaraderie of it. You know, the team.
What does camaraderie mean?
Just curious.
We're asking for friends.
Sort of bonding. like bonding experience. You know,
the camaraderie. That is
Especially with it
Day
being
to day.
like middle school and high school sport. You
Yeah.
really get to even know the people your upperclassmen, so you know what to expect.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun than just running. It's so much more than that. Like all the crazy events and the crazy people. I just can't imagine not doing
All of the
it.
stories.
Even
that
though
we did.
it can be painful sometimes, not gonna lie. But just at the end of the day, I just love it for all of that it is.
And it's also in the running. It's different than track too.
Yeah.
So track is fun for different reasons. I'd say the I'd say the paths that we take.
Awesome.
I've learned St. Joseph a lot better.
Yeah.
know our
Yeah.
Yeah, now I know where to go. I mean,
I didn't.
I tend to get lost anyway, but I know where I'm getting lost.
No, we've got parks to run through. You can go run on the beach. We can go run across golf courses, through city, sidewalks. Almost said city streets,
No, don't do that.
but city sidewalks. You go downtown. You get a lot of variety.
You can see all sorts of things too. Like we go down some trails sometimes.
Yeah.
Small ones.
I think I saw a deer
Yeah,
once.
we saw deer.
We saw a deer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
pretty
pretty day
cool.
of deer season.
Yeah, ironically.
Every so often we see them at cross country meets. I don't know if you all have seen them. I know as a coach, there's times we're at the mile markers screaming because some deer would come through and we'd have to warn the runners.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't really. We'll see, but
There, if you look online, there is a popular cross country video. It's from a college meet, and it's a bunch of guys, and they're sneaking through just an open field with tall grass, and all of a sudden you hear people yelling, "Deer! Deer! Look out for the deer!" And it takes out one of the runners.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that was awesome. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys.
I don't know what I was you. Run faster.
Run
Run
faster
faster.
or
I like
stop
it.
I
or
feel like I'd wave at it.
Yeah, you wave at everything.
Or like a zigzag. Yeah.
What if the deer
Ooh, it just might.
well, it's 4 legs versus 2. It better beat you.
Good point. Good point. What if you beat it? That would be impressive.
That would be impressive.
A medal of its own.
You know, there are marathon races of horses versus people.
What?
And people win sometimes.
Awesome! Dude, to be faster than a horse.
I know.
That got feel
insane.
good. That's got
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Wow.
marathon.
That's a heck of a story to tell your friends. I beat a horse in a marathon once.
Yeah.
Well, you be sure you say in a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to get a lawsuit.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why you like to run. Can you describe your relationship with running? How has it changed from the time you were a 6th grader and just getting started on the team?
Well, I started off by reading out, going, oh, 1.5 to 2 miles. Yeah, I can do that. It's no longer just 1.5. I know it's a lot further than that. And sometimes sometimes you dread the run, but once you get into it, it's kind of nice because you're already getting through it.
Yeah.
And you feel good after the run.
Clear your mind.
It's something.
Yeah. You feel accomplished.
Got out of
How helpful is it to have that right after school? You get through all your classes and then it's like, go for a
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
Especially when we run by the lake.
Yeah,
awesome.
sure.
Or,
Jumping in
in
and
someone's
running by
case,
it.
in the lake.
Yeah. I like the jumping in
It's
part
like
too.
over 60 degrees. We're running by the
If I'm running by the lake. If coach doesn't tell me no, I'm jumping in.
In like December, I have to go, no, Izzy, you can't go in the lake.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when it's
There's
really
days
cold,
with big waves where I have to, like, when I
Yeah.
drive to practice, I have to look out the window, like, what are the lake conditions? Just so I know to tell Izzy, don't go in the lake. There might be a rip current today.
Yeah.
If it's really windy, it's a little scary because the sandals start blowing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's rough stuff. More a good reason to go in the lake. You're helping me, Allie. You're helping me out.
Well, with the beach erosion, some of our routes are pretty much in the lake now.
Yeah. Yeah. They always were for me, but
I'm having to go out and rerun them and going, is this still doable with all the erosion?
Yeah. It's crazy. With the Lions Beach, there's like, it's one of the, there's nothing left. It's Lions Lake. It's no longer
Right.
beach. Yep. But it's pretty cool to watch the waves once. Yeah. Like, I got splashed real good at one time. I practiced.
Well, one of the practices I was out spot checking everybody, and you went swimming. There was so much rain and so many waves up that the road down at Lions had flooded, and you dove into a puddle and disappeared.
Yeah, I did that.
The puddle was deep enough that Izzy fully submerged in a puddle in a road.
yeah, we swam in a
Oh,
puddle
that's
together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm short
I went
anyway,
like
but
knee deep, but I was not going in.
I went all in.
Oh,
Yeah, like, go big or go home. Go big or go home.
In fact, yeah, Izzy had a piano recital or practice, so we couldn't.
Oh yeah,
Go
there's
very,
one
very
time I
long.
wanted to go in another puddle.
Yeah.
It was fully submerged, but I had like a piano thingy,
Yeah, so we
and I
couldn't go.
couldn't go.
Now, as a 6th grader, were you looking for places to go swimming during a run?
Not as a sixth grader, I was better. I did more walking. It wasn't great.
I feel like as a 6th grader, it was more of a haze.
Yeah.
You
As a
have
6th
that
grader,
happy
it was more
moment.
just like finish. Yeah, in 7th grade is when I realized how awesome it is to get wet when you run. It feels immaculate. I kid you not. Immaculate. Yes. Sprinklers.
Oh, yeah.
Puddles, lakes. Yes.
Sprinklers are great. I was out for a run. What was it, last week, the week before, when it was crazy hot? And I was actually running with kid number 1 and some of her friends. And somebody was out watering their lawn, and they had the sprinkler out, and just as I came by, they turned off the water.
Oh, that is rude.
And I just looked up like,
No.
please,
Why?
turn it on. And the woman just shook her head at me.
Oh, that is
No water for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it when people turn the sprinkler on right as you get past it.
Yeah.
Because then you gotta wait. I mean, I have waited.
Not
before.
only is it I wanted to go in that,
Well,
but it kind of scares me sometimes. It's loud.
And you know, sometimes you're awkwardly waiting for a sprinkler to turn around when
so
there's
many
someone in the yard.
Yes, so many times. You just have to hope that no one's waiting for you to leave. Just stay there until it hits you. Like, I'm not giving up.
Sprinkler. I mean, come
I
on.
will get
Oh,
sprinkled.
who cares if your coach is running a stopwatch?
Yeah.
Looking to see how you're doing.
Yeah.
Sprinkler.
Well, then you can tell, oh, there was a sprinkler. You get it.
You
understand.
I
You're a
do. I
runner.
do. The times where my track coach used to say, go run for a half hour, and then I come back just dripping wet, and he's like, look at Tomasi. He's just soaking wet. He worked so hard. I'm like, I jumped in the sprinkler. So he,
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've made the claim that it's sweat before.
Yeah,
But only when it's
working
obviously
so
not
hard.
sweat. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you can see right through it.
Amelia, what about you? How has your relationship with running changed over the years?
Yeah, so like I said, when I was in 6th grade, it was much more of a haze, and I feel like we just struggled to keep going with it. The 6th graders these years, the new ones, they're insane. I don't know how they do it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay then.
Well, how so? Because I've been running with some of these sixth graders.
Yeah,
And I look at them like, it's just like every batch of sixth graders, except for now my kid's one of them.
Yeah.
So I guess the difference is, like, unlike the other sixth graders who are all kind of scared of me, now I've got one that talks back. Where I go, lift your eyes up. I am. Like, okay, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, yay. Happy days.
Yeah.
You
So
just seem so much more prepared.
yeah.
they seem a lot more ready for the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just sort of dove right into it.
Yeah, I didn't really know what it was.
I mean, I had an idea, but
Oh, same. I'm like, oh, hey, we run all day?
You guys
Awesome.
should have let me know this. I had no idea what I was getting into. You should have warned me. God. But it's a fun story now then.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, now you're the old veterans with, like, back in my day.
Yep, there you
You
go.
can tell all
those sixth
My
graders
day
coming in.
stories.
Back in my day, I lost.
And it looked really cool doing it.
Yeah.
And I had a golf
Speaking of
tournament.
stories,
Ooh.
eighth graders who run at regionals of state, it's rare. It happens every year, but it's very rare because your school has to be, one, small enough for you even to be allowed on the roster. And then you got to be fast enough to do it. And, I mean, there's a reason why eighth graders aren't running 5Ks. It's part of the development process. You start with a shorter race and you build your way up to the 5Ks in high school. Not that eighth graders aren't capable, because obviously you all did it, but to be competitive against high schoolers in the 5K race, it's not that common. Looking back, what kind of lasting impressions or memories do you have from running in those high school races last year?
It made me feel really cool.
Yeah, it did. It made me feel
Yeah,
really
it did feel really cool.
Yeah.
Knowing that, like, even any of the people who think you're like, wow, I was younger than them.
I never expected to be faster than a high schooler until you race against high schoolers. And then you're in, like, your running brain, which I say a lot, running brain. You just don't realize age until you finish, and you're like, wow, look at me.
Yeah,
There you go. Good job.
Yeah, my brain sort of just laughed back and, okay, they're running.
Yeah, those are people. Passing.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah. And then you finish, and you can, like, brag, like, yeah, I ran a high school race, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Well, I just keep thinking it's a long way, because it wasn't too long ago, all of you were running as sixth graders. I mean, you see some of your times where
My 5K
You're-
times are significantly better than my 2 miles as a
yes,
sister.
that's what I was thinking, because I was going over them with my kid who's coming on team, and I'm like, look where she's at now.
Nice.
She can run 5K faster than she ran a 2 mile.
Inspirational, guys.
And it's pretty true for, like, all three of you.
Crazy. to
I mean,
look
Allie,
at.
you're close, but get a little bit faster, yours will be there too.
Yeah.
That's what you get for starting off so fabulous, Allie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
If you had just kind of, like,
Hung
hung back a little bit
more.
to sixth grade, had a few.
Not tried so hard.
Or we could just throw in that one race at Goebels where the parents sent you the wrong way, because that time is,
Oh.
I remember that.
Yeah.
you do have
Awful.
5Ks faster than that time.
I can't hear Goebels without getting like a little chill.
It happens every few years. But any other kind of, just other than it was cool,
Yeah.
what do you, when you look back at that, it's,
Yeah. It's
that was also a haze?
Everything's a haze when you're running. But it's just really cool because when I started, like you said, I was running like 24-minute 2 mile. Well, running. I'm doing air quotes. You can't see me, but 24-minute 2 miles, and then I just go out there and I'm on the verge of 22-minute 5K. It's just
Yeah, you're
crazy.
only, I think, 4 seconds away, 3 seconds
Yeah,
away from
5 seconds. I remembered.
breaking into the
Yeah, I
22s.
really want to get in the 21s this year. I think it can be done. I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. Knock on that.
Well, if you look at the
Touch
times
free.
for our region over the last
I have.
decade,
Yeah.
it's if you can get into usually the 22s, but definitely if you can get into the 21s, you're
Yeah.
probably going to state.
That's
Last year was one of the
really wanna
faster
go.
years.
Yeah. So when the Michigan, what's it called? Speed rating tough country speed rating came out, I specifically looked up 5 people in front of me, screenshotted their PRs, and said, okay, now let's figure out where I gotta be. Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
I sent Allie a paragraph like, okay, so this random person from Saugatuck over here, well, if her PR to this, so if I get over here, I think I can do it. And I just need Allie to confirm, because I'm not very confident in my own body.
Have you all done that? Have you all looked up
Oh, yeah.
who do you need? What do you
Definitely.
not just what time do you need, but who do you need to beat specifically?
Yeah.
Are you building like a portfolio, like a dossier on all these runners you got to chase down?
The top runners, because we haven't competed against them
Yeah.
yet, because they've been in the...
I don't know, something else.
Well, I mean, some of them and some that aren't on that list yet, it doesn't do a great job of getting the incoming freshmen unless you've run a high school race.
Yeah.
To some degree, it does.
Yeah. I just always have to remember, I haven't factored in their progress yet, or the 8th graders who will come. So we gotta get into a safe spot where hopefully I can do it. I really want to get safe so bad. So bad.
I really want to do it.
Yeah.
My issue is always with sprinting at the end. I've been really working on it this year.
Sprinting at the end.
Trying to get it.
Yeah, I can try and sprint at the end. It's more of
Oh, I remember that one time where you like growled to try to beat me at the end.
Yeah.
I remember that.
not my proudest moment. I get a bit competitive, by the way.
Yeah.
Were you trying to get a surge of adrenaline or just scare Amelia?
It's more just
It
like
works both ways.
it's more just like anger. I don't know why, but Amelia specifically. Whenever I'm running against you, I want to beat you so much more than everyone
I
else.
don't know why.
I don't know why. If you're on my team, but
Is it still true?
Well, if it drives both of you to go faster, then I'm happy.
Is it true that you still splash in puddles?
Yes,
Everybody
every
else?
time.
Yes.
I splash in puddles so I get my opponents, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Excuse me.
You do that to Amelia?
Yeah.
Oh. Don't worry, I'm conditioned to it. I'm used to
You're
it.
used to it.
Look, if you finish the race and you're still nice and clean, you didn't run fast enough, you didn't run hard enough.
You did wrong. You're supposed to have one on your legs. Come on.
Cross country, yeah.
Even during like practice, if you look at our warm-up run and it gets rained, everybody's like a foot away from Disney.
Yeah. We went to the lake, and I always take my shoes off and run in the water, even if that slows me down. I love it, so I do it. So we ran in this big group before Corona, just making that clear. But we ran in this big group, and I splashed, and they were like, "Easy, what are you doing? Stop it!" I'm like, "You can't stop me. No, I'm gonna do this."
One time
Amelia embraces it though.
Oh, yep,
Yeah,
I did
she
the
does.
same.
One time I had basketball practice, and I let Izzy borrow my shoes.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I'm so
I don't
sorry.
know where she went, but when I got back, my shoes were completely
I left a
destroyed
note,
with mud. She left a note saying, "Sorry about the mud. I'll explain tomorrow."
Yeah.
Have you seen the photos, the running meme around of like, oh, look at my new running shoes that I got yesterday, and they're just completely covered in mud?
That's awesome. I feel that. That is awesome.
And the story about Izzy and the muddy shoes, that one is notorious now, and no one will lend her shoes.
Yeah, no one lends me shoes anymore. I gotta remember. No one will lend me
I mean,
shoes.
luckily those weren't my running shoes. They were
Yeah.
just like my
You know,
normal
I wasn't. I regretted it after. Kind of. It was fun though. Yeah. After the fact.
Okay, guys. What is for cross country? What is your favorite meet or course, and why?
Oh, I thought you meant fish.
I kind of like.
No, not dish. We're gonna talk about food in a little bit.
Double E, not EA.
Yeah.
Got it.
Kind of like Bentonville, although sometimes you
don't run the fastest, it's nice because sometimes they have sunflowers.
And for people who don't know, the Fenville course is at Fen Valley Winery, so you're going amongst the grapes
It's
and the
beautiful
woods.
there.
Really pretty. I used to
Hot most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be better this year because you're high schoolers now, and high schoolers run first at Fenville.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was something I was not looking forward to, having to run second because I was
Yeah.
supposed to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But last year, I don't know. I feel like half the time high school ran first last year.
On the weekend, they tend to run first, and on the weekdays, they run last. They let the middle
Yeah.
schoolers go first.
I always freak out waiting for a run.
Yeah, that's the worst
I just
part.
need to get it over with.
Yeah.
Especially in the boxes. I feel like you know how on the Kentucky Derby the horses are boxed in. That's how I feel. And I get spike paranoid. Like I'm like, oh, yeah.
Can I use your arm? And she'll
Oh,
take it.
stress
And,
ball.
like,
I use their arms as stress ball.
Well, this might be your year, though, because with the whole Corona thing, that's something that's being discussed, is putting an empty starting box between the teams.
Ooh.
That sounds
So as long as your
phenomenal.
own teammate doesn't spike you.
Yeah.
Hey, that did happen once.
Well, the other
with,
thing is,
Sid.
as of right now, our varsity roster is the 3 of you for the girls.
Woohoo!
So you all should fit on the starting line.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
You won't be in the second row. You don't have to worry about somebody kicking you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember the first couple meets where I had spikes. Like, the 6th and 7th graders behind me were like, I'm gonna stand, like, a little bit further back. I'm like, I'm not gonna spike you. It's fine.
And the first run that I ever wore spikes, I beat Izzy.
You did?
I did.
Ooh, never gonna happen
I
again.
remember it.
Never.
Hey,
Clearly.
now.
Just to be clear, that's never happening again, Amelia. Ooh.
So that's Fenville.
Oh, right. That was
Amelia,
Uh,
what do you got? What's your favorite?
I really like Fenville too. I also like Portage. That one's fun.
Ooh.
Yes.
We've never actually ran there in high school
We
before.
haven't.
But that racing.
But we've run in the open race.
Yes, the open public 5K there. So you have run the same course.
Yeah. That one's a very fun one. And I've got a love-hate relationship with Fenville.
I like
Yeah.
I used to hate it.
Definitely.
But you do get PRs there a lot. So.
there's other
You?
courses as
It's
well.
like it's so close to the beginning where like you're not quite in your speed mode. Like,
It's
oh,
funny to me though when I started coaching the team, the kids were begging me to get it off the schedule.
Yeah,
They
'cause
hated
all
it,
the
and
time.
now there's
It
more and
seems
more
like
people
there's
saying
hills,
this
and
is
now
my
you
favorite.
like it. Yeah, because you got the impression that there's so many hills, and then you go to meet like
Red Bug.
Gobles. Hate Gobles. No offense,
No,
Gobles.
sorry,
If you're
Gobles.
listening, I don't like it. No
I don't
offense
know.
if
I
you're
always
listening.
run slow with Gobles. I don't know why.
Gobles. Well, there's hills that feel like going up forever.
Well, and there's woods and there's tight turns and there's all the things that would slow you
And I'm
down.
scared of getting lost every time.
That too.
Wow.
So people are unsure. There's that little wooden bridge you got to go across that you can only get one runner across at a time.
Yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
that
I
in
really
New Buffalo? Don't they have 2 little wooden bridges that you have to
No,
go
I think
over?
that's where I don't know. There's some that has.
They have one.
I haven't actually have not walked all of New Buffalo's new course.
But like you can feel it's like wood
Oh,
is
it
like
is
old
New Buffalo.
wood, and you can feel your spikes like get stuck in it.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Scary.
And then sometimes with enough people in there, you sort of have an odd shuffle run.
Yeah, odd,
Yeah.
awkward shuffle.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, the wooded races or the wide open field
Well,
races?
I like the wooded ones because people can't see me. My
Yeah.
running face is
I feel
not
like
great.
I feel like there's more to look at in the wooded one.
Yeah,
So it's
more distract. Even though you know, like, okay, this is gonna slow me down, go faster, but it's nice to not think about how dead I feel.
and a lot of the times it's easier to figure out where to go because it's a path.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so to answer that question, wooded is always better. It's come to my attention. Wooded is superior.
And those open fields get hot fast.
Yeah.
And I have always had an issue with getting hot and running.
Really?
Yeah, I almost
No.
passed out one of those runs.
Really?
Yeah. I think Red Bug. The one
Okay.
time
Oh,
That's
Red
an
Bug was
exception.
bad.
that one
Wait,
was
Gobles
rough.
looks
Oh
great.
yeah, Redbud
Yeah.
is a huge hill.
Yeah.
There's
Sand, no trees.
lots of elevation climb in the middle of the race,
Yeah.
and it's right where they have the motocross tracks, but you're running around the property.
Yeah.
And then there's a run around a field. I remember clearly.
Yeah.
It was a square.
It makes Gobles look like
awful.
Miss America of running. I swear.
Yeah.
Also, going back to Portage, I like how at the mile markers they have timers so you can see when your time
Yeah, big boards with LEDs, so it's not just the
I
little
like that.
boxes with the red numbers that they used to use at finish lines now. It is a
Yeah.
giant board with
It's
huge
awesome.
numbers. So even if like you forget your contacts and you're running without your glasses, you can still read it.
Exhibit A. They also had chocolate milk once at least. Oh, they might have had one.
They always have chocolate milk, and they run ads for chocolate
I
milk.
wasn't sure. I didn't want to consider anything. Like, I really like their chocolate. It's the good chocolate milk. There's a difference. It's the good kind. Yeah, Firehouse Sub. We saw a cross country runner, a Firehouse Sub one. We see him all the time. At me in basketball games, so we just whisper each other, "Oh, that's Firehouse Sub guy."
Well, I have. While we're talking about Portage, I do have a little bit of bad news. If you haven't heard already,
I haven't.
Portage was canceled earlier this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't have 25 to 35,000 people on one race course, like over the course of the day,
Yeah.
safely this year.
Wait, remember? Actually, it's sort of fitting. That was the best course we've never run. Remember?
The best
There
course
you
we
go.
never ran.
Oh yeah, multiple. That was great. Yeah.
Oh, but like Portage, it freaks me out. There's so many people. I feel like the Kentucky Derby again. I just freak out easily. But it's so much fun after. It's more after. Portage.
Well, and we usually go to Bilbo's.
Bilbo!
It's got a whole Hobbit, Lord of the Rings theme, great deep dish pizza.
I want to go.
We said, Izzy, would you rather go to Bilbo's or Costco? And she said Costco.
I've never
Yeah.
been.
What?
Yeah, I've never been to Costco. It was fun.
Well, now you've been to Costco, so
Yeah.
when
Now you
they
can go to Bilbo's.
hopefully next year when we go to Portage,
Yeah.
and every so often Portage actually hosts our regional. We don't always go up to Allendale by Grand Rapids.
Wow. Okay.
It's just that's where we're going this year,
Yeah,
as of right now.
But to be fair, I saw something I saw on Shark Tank at Costco, so it was almost worth it.
Screaming, I saw it.
Yeah, and then this guy turned around, he looked kind of intimidating, so I was kind of worried, but he was just like, me too, high five. Yeah, it was pretty cool. We saw him later and we waved. He was nice. But yeah, I saw something on Shark Tank.
Izzy, is Portage also your favorite then?
I'm still
Or Fenville?
contemplating.
Or what?
Like, Fenville, I used to not like it because no one did. Like, no one liked it in 6th grade. So I used to not like it. But now it's so pretty. Oh, wait, actually, no. Bangor's awesome. You always get PRs.
I like the normal course.
The normal course.
Right,
Not
last
the
year they had
easy.
Triple E,
I
and
didn't
so
like
they had to
that one.
reroute the whole course out of the
Yeah.
woods around the high school, and it was kind of boring.
I didn't like that. But the normal course, I think that's my favorite. Just because you always seem to do good there.
You know what? I actually kind of like the course at the college. I didn't hate
Yeah, okay, I'm changing my answer again.
You can have more than one answer.
Okay, well, I love the course at Lake Michigan College. I said that right.
Well, like,
Yes.
Okay.
And that was like, it was kind of like out
Yeah.
and back around the little pond. Because
And there was
that school's
fun.
awesome when it has the moat that goes around the school.
Also, I don't understand. They were trying to get away from mosquitoes, but then they put
Yeah.
They put us next to the water, yeah.
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 Okay, I love that. That was
That was
awesome.
amazing course. I really
Okay.
liked that one.
So my new answer is Lake Michigan Catholic College.
Not Lake Michigan Catholic College, Lake Michigan College.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a second. Oh, Lake Michigan College. There
Is
you
your
go.
favorite course?
Yeah, because that was awesome. And there was mud.
Well, it was relatively flat. It had some hills
Yeah,
on
I
the
love
far
that.
end of the course.
Yeah,
I think I might agree with that too. That was one of the races. I don't know. I can't remember if you and I both did it.
we
We
did.
challenged ourselves to
Yeah.
keep Allie in our sight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I remember I
It
was
worked
running
most
it
of the
and
time.
I felt like I was doing pretty good. And then I heard a familiar breathing behind me and I looked. Amelia was there. And I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna do me out of here.
And then it was on.
Yeah, then I got a PR there. Thank you, Amelia.
Same. I got a PR.
Thank you so much.
You two stick together. You're going to keep going great.
You're not allowed to stick together with me, Amelia. I gotta beat you.
Oh, I'm so offended.
Oh, we can social distance.
Easy, I will say that when you're talking about Fenville, especially in 6th grade, where it's your first time there, I still remember going across the field and timing all of you, and your mom was near me. I think it was your second meet ever,
It was.
and she's like, "Well, I don't know. I don't know." You were way back,
Yeah.
And by the end of the season, you would improve so much.
Yeah. She always reminds me. She always tells me about this one time. Oh, I feel like it was that Bridgman. The one with the horrible hill at the end.
Oh, it's Bridgman.
Yeah. Okay. And I remember she always reminds me of a story. She said, "This is one of the times I was most proud of you," and that doesn't mean there are a few times, just so you know. But because Allie came first, obviously, and
No,
then
I was not.
you didn't.
I don't think I was.
Out of the Lakers.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Just and then. And I don't know if there's a second runner came in already, but I was like either the next one or something, and I felt like I did bad. But then after, so many people came up to me like, "Wow, thank you. I didn't know how to do it." I'm like, "Had what in me?"
At the time it was super hot, and they said they were going to give out ice towels.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was awkward. Yeah, someone had ice towels.
I don't know how I got it.
Yeah,
It was hot by Bridgman Invitational standards because it's always a late August race in the afternoon. It is always crazy hot. The trees there block the wind, so there's no breeze.
Yeah.
You're running around the tree line and around some soccer fields, so it's flat, it's sunny, it's not breezy like it is right now.
Yeah, not a big fan of that course.
Yeah, that was like the first time.
We're scheduled to go there twice this season.
Oh.
Right now they're scheduled, they have their usual invitational, and they're also scheduled to host the conference championship.
That's not so official.
That might have to change. We'll see, because the state did put out some guidelines yesterday limiting how many runners can be in a race. And the only way we can stay under is maybe break up the divisions and have them run at separate courses.
One thing I love about running cross country is there are a lot of people. So if I'm doing bad, I don't feel like I'm doing too bad.
Unless you're
like,
last.
Like on a track,
Yeah.
there's only
in
like,
track, there's only like 5 people or something. I can see where they all are.
Well,
And it's
the bigger high school meets, it could be as many as 20 in your race.
Okay.
20, 25.
I kind of like the dog.
I don't know what you run, but I run the 2 miles.
I do
Yeah.
People in that.
That's
I
true.
did the 2 mile too. It's terrifying. It's horrifying. If everyone else is faster than you, then you have to run like a whole race, like with 2 more laps left. Everyone else is done.
Yeah.
They're just kidding you at this point. Everyone's cheering for you, and it feels awful.
If you run the 2 mile in track, that means you're super fast.
I know.
If they end up putting
Well,
you in the 2 miles.
let me stop you right there. That's not always the case. I actually
Yes,
put one of our slowest kids in the 2 mile because I wanted to delay the meet long enough so I could let one of our runners who had just run in the 200 meter dash right before get more recovery time before she did the 4x4.
It always seems like the fastest
So I
people
put a boy in and I told him, don't walk, don't stop, but jog it slow. And I was out there telling him to slow down.
That's awesome.
That's great.
It always seems like if you're running the 2 miles, then you're gonna kill the 2 miles.
Trying your best to keep track, but 8 laps of runners in the rain is
The officials can't always keep track. There's a lot of times where the officials turn around to me and go, how many laps did that kid do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm only counting my kid.
Yeah.
okay, wait, is this 5 or is the next one?
And your mind is sort of
Right.
shutting down.
Yeah.
And my brain always has fractions when I run. I don't know why.
On the track.
So it starts going, okay, how much more do I have at this exact point to run?
My brain doesn't do fractions
I don't
normally.
like that at all.
I don't do fractions.
Yeah,
Just
I
go
can't
and let
shut
the
it
coach count it for you.
Yeah.
So getting back to cross country though,
Right.
Oh, yep,
because
yep.
we're heading into fall,
Yeah.
Right.
and we're not flip-flopping seasons, and
That I'm very
tracks
happy
stay in
about.
a spring sport. If those are your favorite meets and courses, what are your least favorite?
Gobles.
Red
All right, why Gobles?
Gobles. It feels like it takes forever, and there's so many hills. It just feels like there are a lot of hills. It doesn't look like it. I'm not sure if it does, but it feels like there's so many hills, and it takes so long. You may be thinking, oh, this will be fine. I run what 15 miles. It'll be fine. And then you come back in 17 minutes. You're like, where did this time go?
I just don't know.
And why Redbud? Because of the elevation change, and it's this huge
and the
uphill course.
zero shade.
Maybe if we had like another shot and it wasn't as hot.
No,
Maybe it would have.
They do have an invitational every year.
No,
We go somewhere else.
That was a,
Okay.
The sun is bearing down down on you, and you're running a giant hill.
Oh, there's no shade.
No shade.
There's an entire field where you can see everyone else who's like winning the race at the other end, and you're like, oh no, they're like 2 minutes faster than me. I gotta run 2 minutes around this giant field.
I believe when we won it was a conference meet.
It was.
You got one.
Yeah.
And the looks on everybody's face, because they put one of the waypoints, like for the high school, it was a 2-mile marker. For you all in middle school was, I don't know, halfway on a hill, and on the hill, the giant hill. And so I'm going, all right, I'm calling out splits, and everyone's just giving me this look like, Coach, if I wasn't exhausted, I'd kill you right now for making us come here.
Yeah, that feels about right.
The finish was like long and straight. So I was like, am I almost there yet?
I lost my voice from all those races because River Valley's coach and I were next to each other. And every time one of my runners came in, one of his runners were right next to him. So he and I are screaming to not give up and keep going. And of course, it was a long straightaway. So everyone's kicking in their sprints earlier than normal. And you all look like you're ready to die before you get to the finish line.
There was another girl I was running, like, we were competing on that one strip.
Yeah.
Sprint for the
And I can't do sprints to begin with, so that was a rough one.
That's why New Buffalo, it has that sharp turn right at the beginning.
Oh, it's a downhill and an immediate hairpin turn. And somehow it's always the race that you three do that has all the false starts, and they have to do it over again because somebody fell down.
Oh, I was one of them.
I
They didn't call it. They didn't call it that
that race too.
Coincidence?
I think
Well, it's because within the first quarter mile, you're all funneling into the woods, so everyone's trying to jockey for position.
Yeah.
But it's downhill, and they, for their invitational, they put boys and girls together, so it's crowded. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case this year.
Hey.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're in high school and you get to run in just the girls' race.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting about that. But woohoo. Yeah.
But maybe they'll break up the middle schoolers to make my life easier taking splits.
There you go.
All right, so we talked about your favorite meets. How about your favorite cross-country practices?
When I get to dress up.
Which is frequently.
I embraced it. I wore one of my mom's prom dresses. She made that dress for the prom, but she let me wear it in sweaty running weather, and it was worth it. I went to Goodwill and bought an ugly dress. I love it. Yeah. Yep. So many times, my mom's a preschool teacher, so she has the craziest dress up day. I get into a 4-year-old pirate jacket just for cross country. It was for 4-year-olds.
Stuff a rat for Pirate Day.
Yeah, that was.
You know, when I came up with the prom, and we were going for a bad prom thing, I thought you all might throw a tiara and a tutu on, or something, or maybe go to Goodwill or St. Vinny's or something and buy something.
All out.
Yeah, you all. Well, the number
impressive.
of runners who showed up in their mother's prom dresses.
Guilty.
You weren't the only one.
Yeah.
There were several vintage garments that were actually worn at proms by their moms that they hung on to, that they said, oh yeah, you can go run practice in this through
There
town.
was this one dress my mom had for, like, I don't know, some other dance. It looked like the epitome of 80s prom.
Yeah,
Ruffles,
picture.
it looked just like it.
Picture.
But she liked the dress too much to let me run in it. So I
That's
wore the
great.
other one. Yeah, it was great. The ruffles on the shoulders were as big as my head.
The locker room when we're getting ready, if Izzy has like extra like neck like
Yeah, if I
necklaces, we'll all
fishnet
we
gloves.
can match.
I will say, I like the expressions on the faces of the football coaches.
Yeah.
When we have a themed run and we are all dressed up, not just the team, but I'm also dressed up too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they're just
So
like
great.
shaking their heads, but it's like, look,
We're having fun.
you're having
dude.
fun? You're happy to be there?
Yeah. It's so great. I love seeing the shots
really
expression. And when you go downtown
You
and
can
people
zoom
stare
in.
at you,
Especially
When
on like
they're-
the
yeah.
retro day.
yeah.
Oh, that looks
Oh,
brilliant.
the pink run, I backed out in all pink. Yeah.
When you
What?
dress up,
Yeah.
and we have these themed runs, you're dressed up, does it take your mind off the running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, wow, I look fabulous.
And you're just enjoying all the
Yeah.
looks around you. People
Yeah,
just staring.
everyone's, yeah, they're giving you weird looks. It's great when they do like the happy weird looks, like the
Where they're
partial
kinda
smile,
looking-
partial
Yeah.
confused. But
I remember on prom day we were running like right where we are right now, and there Remember, we were the best dressed team.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, then I just have short-term memory loss because I don't remember that.
But she was in like a ball gown prom dress. Like,
Wait a second, I do remember that. She was taking pictures or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
she-
was probably like a quinceañera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was like something like
same
that. She had
day,
fancy
my
dress.
uncle called me like after practice and was like, "Were you downtown running?" And like weird.
Yeah, it's just another practice on our team.
Yeah. Another practice that's awesome is whenever we get to run in the lake or water.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
we
but you know
mentioned
those
that.
are never by design, right? You just jump in.
Yeah, that's
Oh, right.
awesome.
I forgot
When
about
you're
Like, I'm not
close
training you all for triathlons. I mean, it'd be great if we had high school triathlon and we could prep for that, but I am training you to run on land.
Right.
You just personally
Yeah.
Yeah.
tend to end up in the lake.
Whenever I get to jump in the lake and coach doesn't say no, it's a great day.
And hey, come practice the River Valley.
To be clear, it's not like I say yes. It's just some days I make it very
Don't say
clear.
no.
Don't
Yeah.
get in. I either say don't get in or I don't say anything, and it's those days I usually regret where I forgot to tell you
Yeah.
don't go in the lake.
If you don't say no, I'm gonna do it.
Did you find like a Barbie in the
I
lake?
did. I
Ooh,
found
I
a Barbie
remember
in the
that.
lake, and I didn't want to leave it.
I was with
littering.
you. Yeah.
I also
Tried to
found
get
a
the coach.
plastic shovel. But
I got it the same day.
So you're doing your part to clean up.
yeah,
Well.
I'm helping. I'm volunteering and running. Multitasker.
For Allie and Amelia, is it the theme, the dress up runs, or you have other special runs you like the fun runs?
Any team in just average running, if there's just a slight, like, I remember one time we even just called it an adventure. For some reason, that made it more fun.
I just love any fun run in general. Those are great. I really don't like Fox and Hound run, but I always
that
end up
was
coming in first. But I don't like it.
And for people who know about that, it's you line up your teams. We've done individual scoring. Last year we had enough people where we could do team scoring, but you let the slowest runner out first, and at intervals you let the next fastest, and then you score it on how they finish. So the fastest runner from each team is the last person out of the starting blocks.
Yeah.
I don't like the feeling of people
Fox
chasing me.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I don't classify
As a
that
coach,
as
I like
fun
it because
run.
the slower runners get used to having to go fast and hold off people, and the faster runners get used to chasing people because they can't just sprint out and then never have somebody ahead of them.
Yeah. Well, compared to the fear of the bull running on it.
Oh no!
Oh my god! That was terrifying.
The running of the bulls, where we had
Yeah.
four
Oh, that was
bulls, four
Yeah,
runners
that
who had
was so scary.
cow horns on.
Everyone would start yelling, "The bulls
And they had to
are
chase
out,
you
the bulls
down?
are
Yeah,
out."
you would just hear behind you a distant. The bulls are behind us.
Yeah. You just freak out. That
Someone-
was terrifying.
And someone was wearing a watch and was timing how long it would take for the bulls to
Yeah,
arrive.
and then when the watch got to the point where we know the bulls left, it was just like,
Uh-oh.
like, oh no.
Does it make a difference knowing now that you're in your fourth year of cross country, out of the 7 you could get in, you're now on the faster tier of runners. So if we do Fox and Hounds, and we probably will, you won't be the first few runners out of the gate. You will be towards the end just chasing people down.
Generally, it feels good to be in the faster tier, if you will, but thinking of the Fox and Hounds, I don't like it. No.
It's just
Fox and
traumatizing.
Hounds, yeah. I get freaked out.
What if
so
you could dress
easily.
up like a fox or a hound?
Then I would like it.
When we
I
all
would
got
start
into
enjoying
sixth grade, when he said Fox and Hounds, I think that's what we all thought.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, I wonder what that
I
means.
thought even that, what's that cartoon movie or whatever? I feel like it. No.
The fox and the
The
hound?
Fox and the Hound.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I should have known that, but I thought, I don't know, for some reason I thought it'd be something like
Yeah,
that.
it's fun when you finish and you're
Nuh-uh.
done.
No.
Oh, okay.
But isn't that all races where it's fun when you're done? And
Exactly.
while you're running, you're like, I hate this?
Yeah.
I just always dread the Fox and Hounds run.
It's like
I think that kind of answers our next question, too, which was going to be, what's your least favorite cross-country fun run? And that would be
If
Fox
you
and
can't
Hounds.
tell by now,
Yeah.
it's the Fox and Hounds run.
or
Or the bull one. The bull one was scary.
They've only done that
Yeah.
for 1 year.
Yeah, only did that once. So
Uh,
those two.
And they were all the fastest runners.
Yeah.
Because you knew, so you knew if you could see them behind you, they were,
You were
most
dead.
likely going to
Yeah.
get you.
If they were close enough where you could see them, you're dead already.
Well, the nice part was, while they were all fast runners,
Yeah.
they had to run as a pack of bulls.
That was
So, is it a pack of bulls? A herd of bulls? What's a group of
I don't know.
bulls?
I don't know
I
what
don't
it's
know.
called.
Google it at
A
home.
team, yeah. They had to run as a group, so they could only go as fast as the slowest bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem is the slowest bull was like
Yeah,
twice as fast.
Yeah, the slowest bull in that group was a state qualifier. So.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
great.
Well,
No,
away
sure.
from cross country, and you've all done other races besides just cross country races. There's lots of 5Ks around here. Usually, not this year. What's your favorite running race that's not a cross country race?
Whenever I can do a 5K, like sign up for one, it always feels awesome. I really like the duck run just because I like ducks. I like that there's a duck on the shirt.
Yeah.
I've become connected to
Yeah,
ducks. and I
That's
like
why we like
chatted-
it too.
We chatted about this one in a previous episode, the Alex Mandarino Duck Duck Run,
it. Yeah.
and it benefits a great cause.
Yeah. I really like that one.
Yeah,
Just because of the duck on the shirt.
Funny enough, I was gonna mention that one too. We ran it together
Oh,
last
we
year.
did. We did.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I like morning. I thought that was fun for us.
And that one's down by the beach and the river.
Kind of by Little Tokyo. Well, it
Little
starts
Tokyo,
kind of
yeah.
by Little Tokyo.
Starts right by Little Tokyo.
Yeah, probably.
They should come out and just hand out like little trays of sushi. So you run by, you grab your cup of water, grab your
Yes.
sushi sample.
Yeah, I actually haven't done that one. I've never been able to
I
make it.
before cross country, before I even really started running, my mom was like, "Oh, do you want to do this 5K fun run with me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was in the June. It was not a fun run.
No, that does not sound fun at all.
False advertising.
That sounds hard.
False advertising. Any run where I get a t-shirt, I really like. Because if you have to buy a t-shirt on your own, I always forget. I don't carry money with me. I'm not
You like it when it's just packaged with registration.
Yeah, I like it when it comes to registration because I'm like, I can wear this and be like, wow, you're a runner. Way to go.
Yeah.
That's that's another plug for Portage because when you run there in high school, they give you T-shirts.
Yeah, I really like it when it comes to the t-shirt. If any invitations are listening,
2 years ago, Izzy, I couldn't make it to the Portage one, and I paid Izzy to
Oh,
give me
yeah.
a t-shirt.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that. Good job. Oh, it is. Oops, my bad. Okay.
During the winter.
There you go.
Hey.
What is your favorite post-race snack? Fruit snacks?
They're good.
Like the gummy little chewy ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's funny because in the last episode where we did healthy cross-country snacks that were nut-free, I went on a tangent about how I hate it when there's fruit snacks under the tent.
Yep.
Yeah, not before a race, but after a race, yeah. And then the wrappers get everywhere. You gotta clean out the pockets before.
Or somebody drops them and then people step on them with their shoes and they're stuck in the treads or on the spikes.
It's funny.
Post-race. That means after.
Yeah,
Yes.
after race.
After you finish a race, what's your favorite snack?
Okay, Mrs.
Because
Whelan's
cross-country
banana
isn't just about running, it's about
Aw.
food.
bread. Yeah. Mrs. Whelan's banana bread. If you're listening, Mrs. Whelans, it is fabulous. I love that
really
banana
good.
bread. That's specific banana
You
bread.
always have to race for it.
Should we have a taste test between Mrs. Whelan's and Mrs. Siglow's?
Oh.
And now Kid 1 has been perfecting her banana bread recipe.
Ooh. I really like Mrs. Whelan's because it doesn't have banana chunks.
What? You don't like the banana?
I do not. I'm weird with texture. Mrs. Whelan's doesn't have it, but you still get the flavor. I love that banana bread.
my pancakes.
Yep. I actually don't mind it as much with this banana bread. I mean, it's
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm really weird with textures too. Same. But for some reason, these ones are good for me. So.
That's why. I'll eat almost anything except for I'm picky with chunks in my food. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Really.
sometimes when it's consistent chunks, it's okay. But if it's
Yeah.
every once in a while you get a chunk,
It's not
weird.
okay. I also do not like chunks in
Yeah,
my
I don't
food.
really like chunks unless it's chocolate. That's another story.
Well, it's like a little surprise.
Oh, no.
Well,
Really?
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Hallie and Amelia, though, banana bread or
Something else.
what's your favorite? And we got fruit snacks, we got banana bread.
Like anything with banana. Too.
Butter on banana bread. Are you a butter on
I am.
Obviously not after meat. We don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep it cool out in the field all
But
day.
if you just like make it at your house.
I am a butter on banana. I like butter.
I'll go either way. I mean, I'll probably forget to put butter because I'm too busy eating it.
Yeah.
I just had that.
I'm sure it'd be good. Butter's good. So I'm sure it'd be good. I just never actually do it. I'm too busy scarfing Oh wait, Amelia, you were saying.
I was saying, yeah. Pretty much anything with bananas. I mean, banana bread, regular bananas. We make these little frozen slices of bananas with peanut butter in the middle and cream.
Nice.
Nice.
That's really good.
Except we can't bring that to a meat.
Dang it, I was about to ask.
Oh
you
yeah,
that.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
But,
But if
in
you know, we
summertime-
use, they have coconut butter.
Try it, Amelia. Do it for the
They
team.
have sunflower seed butter. Depending on, I don't know, I haven't seen the list yet of the full list of allergies we're going to have on the team this year, but I do know we have some peanut allergies coming to the team.
But
Oh.
we'll
Yep.
make sure. Peanut butter tastes like peanut butter.
Yeah, kind
It's
of.
close.
It's really close. If you've had almond butter, it tastes like that.
Isn't there something called cookie butter? Yeah, they have. What does
Oh,
that
yep.
taste like? Some almond butter. They used to put that on the table.
Well, I was
Yeah.
always too scared to try it.
My kids have had it and they said it's good.
Oh, that's good.
We used it for some of the snacks we did in the last episode.
Nice.
It worked out. It was like, I gave our youngest it, and she just thought it was peanut butter.
There you go. I really
Yeah.
like peanut butter. So I'm not gonna do that. Making a mental note.
Hey, I'm good with peanut butter. I really like it.
Wait, seriously? I think I knew that. Oh wait, I thought it was just Reese's Pieces. I thought you were a weirdo. Actually, I will make an exception. Sometimes Reese's cups aren't. It's because the chocolate overpowers the peanut butter.
Get the dark chocolate ones, because that makes it even more powerful on the chocolate.
Allie, I'm saying this just because you don't like it. Sometimes I eat spoons with just peanut butter on them.
Well,
I
no,
It's
but
good.
I've
It
been
tastes good.
tempted before, but you need that excuse. Sometimes you just have an apple and you don't feel like cutting it out,
My
but
family
you also want the peanut butter with it.
My dad might hate it. My mom and
Oh.
I've learned to live with it.
That's hysterical. Where is your favorite place to go out to eat after cross country meet?
Praise because it's like it's dessert food, not real people food. I did get the pie.
Did you get pie, or did you get the pie flight? The whole flight of pie
I've only
flavors.
gotten the pie because I've only convinced my parents to drive me there once. So my parents like to get home. My dad likes to get home after we go places.
Yeah, I'm still working on the convincing part.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you
So
know.
Cranes has a takeout window. You just walk up, you can get it to go.
Ooh.
Hey, there we go.
I don't remember what I did, but it tasted good.
I don't know. I don't know. And then we had the Coastal National race the same day.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah,
We're going to do that again this year. It's a virtual race. I'm just going to pick a different day for it.
Wait a minute, is that one where we went around the track?
Yeah, it's a 2 mile on a track.
It sounded so official. I wasn't sure I was in it. But
It was a 2 mile on a track, and then we compete virtually.
I think
we didn't spend all the day.
yeah, there were.
Oh, that was great. Yep.
I remember that day. Look at Benville the same day.
Benville was
I remember
earlier
I
today.
did better on the track later that day than I did at
You did.
Yeah,
I remember
I
that.
beat my PR a few hours later. Yeah. I kid you not. But I was just like, oh, and then we got Mexican Subway. That's Moe's.
Wait, what
But-
is...
What is
Okay, I'll say,
Mexican?
what is Mexican Subway?
Mexican Subway is what I call Moe's. It's just
Oh.
Subway.
Well, it is, yeah.
Subway.
Moe's and Qdoba and, what's the
I've
other
only
one?
ever been to Moe's.
Chipotle, where
Yeah.
you just basically go down the assembly line.
Yeah, I always call it Mexican Subway. It confuses people. I've learned to correct it after I say it, but it's good, by the way. Yeah, promotion for Moe's.
Not a sponsor, but they can
Not
be
a
if they want to.
sponsor, but yeah,
Yep,
if
we'll
you're
take it.
listening, Moe's, we will take it.
You know, if they want to make a donation to the team,
Yeah. We'll like taco cross.
you know, I keep having lots of people coming to me and going, "Can we buy you a big expensive tent?" I'm like, "We're gonna trash it in one season anyway. I might as well keep getting the $40 ones.
Yeah.
And how about more warm-ups?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Moe's, if you're listening, we'll put tacos on the warm-up. As long as you give them to us, we'll do it.
Something, because we were only able to get enough money for you guys to get the Nike warm-ups. We only had enough money to get 14 sets, and at the time we're like, well, we'll never have 14 runners because that's 7 boys and 7 girls, and if we go over on one gender, we'll probably be light on the other. And then a few seasons ago, one of our runners lost his pants and was scared to say anything about it until he couldn't even remember what meet he lost them at. So we have 14 jackets and 13 pairs of pants.
Yeah.
And I think right now we're at 10 boys already, and then we got the 3 girls. So right now everyone's got a warm-up set, but then we've got a few more boys that need to sign up. Hopefully we're going to get some more girls.
Hopefully.
Back to the tent, I was running in one of the neighborhoods near mine. I think they were doing like some bike race. They had this like giant tent that I don't even know if you can describe as like a tent like ours.
Like, was it
Like a
circus
house.
tent?
No.
What, is it a bike race, or was it a graduation party?
No, they had bikes and like
Oh.
flags everywhere.
Was it a biking graduation party? Like,
I was there for like a week.
That's the new thing.
Interesting.
Oh, that's weird. That's the new thing, biking graduation.
yeah, you know, they bonded from biking. So now they gotta have the final bike
There
race.
you go.
Well, on the topic of tents and warm-up uniforms, the 2020 season starts in a few weeks. What have you been doing since the end of the 2019 season to get yourself ready for this? What kind of training?
I've been supposedly self-motivating myself to run. I'm not
What does
very good at it.
supposedly self-motivating mean?
That means, I go out and I run, but it's hard to convince myself. It's easier at practice because there's more people, and it's a lot more fun when you're not alone.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get myself. I come up with excuses for myself all the time.
You run at
But-
like 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's
I
hot
can't
at 4
wake
o'clock.
up. I can't wake up.
I
That's
run
not
at
a
like
strong suit.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
Crazy.
It's not hot.
Allie, write a book on how to wake up early.
I don't know how she does
I
it.
don't know how to do that.
I'm a morning
That's weird. That's weird. I would rather run at night, but you can't because it's dark.
I'm the
I
same.
wish you could.
Exactly.
I would run at 8 or 9 if I was allowed to.
Then they're out of the way for the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you have to eat all day.
Yeah, I can be a morning person when I want to be, but
I can't.
every day or run.
Ah.
And I've gotten to know my neighborhood very, very, very well over the past few weeks.
This is Amelia both went to my neighborhood, and it's like a
It's a labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah.
I just follow Allie. I don't know
know
where
it
it goes.
really well now.
That's it's crazy. I just follow Allie whenever I run without. I just
I know a
follow
lot
her.
of people who live in the neighborhood.
I don't
The
know
school
where.
trainer lives around the corner from me.
Yeah, mine's exactly 1.17 miles.
Oh.
So yes, you know it very, very
yeah.
well then.
Very well.
Very, very well.
I run 5 miles.
Yeah.
With school getting going to homeschool in the spring with COVID and everything, did you find yourself running outdoors in the spring more than you would have normally done if you were on the track team or softball or something?
Well,
Were you going for more runs just to get out of the house?
yeah.
Yeah.
But with the track team, I always go back to stadium stairs. They were painful. Yeah. And so I did not miss that in quarantine, but that just made me think, okay, if you were in track, you'd be in such better shape because of those stairs. So you better keep running. And so I did.
Well, do all 3 of you feel like you're ready for cross country to start?
I can't wait for it to
I
start.
feel like
I hate motivating
I'm
myself.
really ready for it. Yeah.
I hope I'm ready for it.
Amelia, what are you most excited for 2020 in terms of cross country?
I am really excited to run with other people, if we can, or to run anywhere other than my neighborhood.
Run in the vicinity of other people.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that. I've got to say, it's ecstatic. And I'm excited to run the 5Ks, and as a varsity runner, that'll be interesting. Like, yeah, crazy. I know. It's gonna be insane. Yeah.
You should see her face. She looks so excited.
I'm just ready to run not in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I've run downtown once.
Oh yeah, I was with you.
Yeah, I haven't run at all.
Yeah. I'm just very excited to not have to motivate myself. I'm really bad at motivating myself. I'm excited for Coach to tell me where to run and how much a day. I don't like choosing because I'll choose as little as possible. Yes, whenever I run with Allie, we always run 5 miles. It's social distance, obviously, but we always run like 5 miles because I will not run on my own 5 miles. So I would likely give up at the 4 or 3 mark. But Allie keeps pushing me. To,
Well, you pick a route where you have to do it to get home.
Yeah, that's the exact problem.
Here's the problem with my route. My house
You just
is
keep
at
passing your
4.5.
house over and over?
Yeah.
I have a half-mile loop, but my house is at 4.5.
Oh, I feel your pain. I really feel your pain.
Yeah.
Every time you pass your house, your brain says, "Oh, but you can
Like,
stop
yeah,
now.
but you
You
could.
could stop now."
I have this really good 4 mile by my house, but other than that, no, I don't have very. Well, I have a few good ones. The neighborhoods get boring. That's the thing. Even if it's not your own. So I'm doing this 4 mile, but even that gets tiresome when you're running the same thing every day.
Yeah.
So I just
Well, you have a sister. Couldn't you have her like get on her, either run with you or get on her bike and
Okay,
chase you?
I have actually convinced her to run 3 whole times this summer.
Wow.
3.
Wow.
I kid you not. 3. Yeah. And she every time we finish, she says, "Okay, I'm never doing that again." But she does it again.
That's what every runner says when they finish, and then a
Yeah.
few minutes later, it's like, no, I could do that. I can do better.
Yeah. Yes. I try and get her to run like. Sometimes I just feel like it's hard to motivate myself to run. So if someone else is there, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of convincing every time. Every time I'm convincing her for like half an hour, and then she's like, "Fine, I'll do it."
At the team level, who would you say is our biggest competition, or at least the team you most want to beat in the small school division?
Shamrock.
Oh,
Well,
that
they're
is
in the big school division.
Yeah, that would be a personal preference. But
Yeah.
River Valley's like our frenemies.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's more of a less of a cross country thing and more just I don't get how they can be the Fighting Rock when your Shamrocks is your mascot.
Fighting Rocks.
I'm so no offense, ain't Shamrock people.
Yeah,
I've met some Shamrocks. They're pretty nice people, but you choose one mascot. So weird. You choose one. Shamrock, fancy piece of grass. I don't know.
Well, I guess
We've been like this forever.
I guess between the Shams and the Rocks, I think they picked the right one.
Right.
Yeah, but that's 2 mascots. Rocks are different than Shamrocks. I know. It hurts if you get a rock.
But the Shamrocks are in the big school division.
Okay.
Who out of the little school division?
When was the last time you guys even ran against
We don't. It's just a personal preference. But anyway, let's think. River Valley's always like a frenemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, we like to
friendship,
compete against.
but like a competitive friendship.
Yeah, like
I think that's a very good way to put it. That they're frenemies.
They're frenemies. So it's always nice.
No, they're in the big school division.
Cool beans.
They always
Oh.
have just
Yes.
I like
Yeah. Every time.
Well, hold that thought, 'cause that's going to lead into our next question.
Ooh. It always seems like there's always that one person who you always end up near when you run, and it always seems to be a Buchanan person for you. Yeah, we're gonna act like Allie doesn't have a specific nemesis, but it always seems like you're a Buchanan person who you're so close the whole time.
Well, is it because half the conference has maroon uniforms and they all look
that's
alike,
probably it.
and the other half have blue, and then we
Yeah.
just stand out with our yellow?
Yeah, that's great. Except for when someone has to wear one blue uniform and miss them.
we see them like only at Florida. They have the same jerseys, but instead if they're blue.
Well, we also see them at state, Frankfurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
always
them
get
and
confused.
or they'd be like, who is not our school?
I have the same problem when I'm in the woods at the mile marker waiting for you to come flying down that hill, and I can see the yellow through the trees, and it's like, not mine.
Yeah. You always scream, go Lake. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, there's a reason why when we picked out these uniforms, like I put a lot of thought into what I wanted us to wear. A bright yellow is not the most appealing color, but boy, we stand out. And from a far distance and through the woods, I can spot all of you coming. Whereas we had our royal blue uniforms, which actually looked nicer, they looked like everybody else.
Yeah.
And you disappeared in the woods and you disappeared in the shade. Whereas the bright yellow, I can see you from a long way away.
We look identical to Buffalo.
Yeah.
We looked at identical to Buffalo and Cassopolis and a whole bunch of other teams.
Sharpie highlighters of uniforms.
Yes.
Yep. It's so much easier to see. I'm very thankful for that. Yeah.
Following up, though, Allie, hang on to that. I know you've got somebody here. I don't know if Izzy and Amelia do. Is there an individual on another team that you view as a rival? Okay.
One of them's more of a frenemy, where like we've never actually exchanged words other than good job. But yeah, the other one I've competed with in 6th grade.
You think you're going to beat her this year? Good. I hope you do too. Izzy, Amelia?
I'd say Izzy and I are own.
That's a very good point. Amelia is mostly my specific rival, if
Yeah.
you will. Even though we're working for the same cause, but and then there's this one person like on Buchanan who always seemed to be a second ahead of me. She always was like one place, and I'm like, oh, it's good.
And I know that person. I mean,
Yeah.
not personally, but I know that person. I've had that same issue.
Yeah, always so.
The three of you
close.
just all together.
Yeah. Allie has specific names. So it's like Batman.
At the team level, what is your number one goal this season?
To have a team.
Solid
That's
goal.
a very good goal.
It is.
That's number one.
If we manage that,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And I like, so we won the BCS winning division twice now. I would love
And you've been
to do that
runners-up
again.
in the overall conference
Yeah.
between the two divisions
Yeah,
twice.
exactly. I would love to either keep that streak or do better. I really want to get BCS winning division just for the sake of having a streak. I think streaks are
Yes.
cool.
Especially in high school.
Yeah, especially in high
Varsity
school.
girls have a ton of trouble.
Yeah.
Well, the three of you, and I told you guys this last year, you're so good, it's going to be a shame if we can't find two more girls so that we can have 5 cross the finish line and score as a team.
At one point in time, we had us three, Brady, Jen, and Bailey all looking at once.
Yep.
Like, for like 3 hours. I don't think we found them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's-
right. I remember that. Yeah.
There's a few that have said maybe, and I keep hearing
Yeah.
rumors, but they haven't signed up yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's been like the worst part is when they tell you, oh, yeah, I can do it in the last minute. No.
Yes, that happened.
Yeah.
They just got to have the courage to be brave and do it.
Yeah.
If he did, somebody tried to offer to do
Sideline here. Not
Sideline
gonna happen.
here.
Yeah.
No, please don't. That's like
Yeah, we
Not
yeah.
good way to get
Good
hurt.
way to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, if we got a person, but now it was just like, are you serious?
Yeah, like, no, not.
You're not that
no.
desperate. I'm
Yeah.
really excited for regionals, so when we move up, like, 8th graders to have a team, if we don't already. So hopefully we do. but-
Well, and if we have, let's say we have 5 high schoolers, because we're small enough, we're under 100 students at our high school. I can move up 8th graders. There's 2 open spots on our roster.
Yeah.
I'm going to fill all 7 spots, whatever's out open, with 8th graders.
I'm really excited to move up 8th graders. We got some Speedy Gonzalez 8th graders this year. Yeah, they're fast. So I feel like we should be really good on team level at regionals with those 8th graders. Knock on invisible wood here, but I really am excited to see how that goes. I hope they don't beat the state. That would be bittersweet.
That
Well,
would be awesome.
Qualify as a team, and then you can all go.
Yeah,
That would be really awesome.
Yeah. I'm just so excited to see them run.
And at the individual level, what's your number one goal this season? State.
All of you state?
Yeah,
State.
All right.
And I really want to get in the 21 something. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but I really want
You know,
to
I don't think it's unrealistic for you, Izzy. You're close.
Yeah, I really want to do that.
Or like 23, not like 25.
Yeah, I
mean, like 20,
I want to stick. I want to be able to keep with Izzy for it. Yeah, during the big meets, are the ones that she always beats me by a lot. She's really good at just honing
I'm going to
in.
make it a challenge for you, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah, you win. Just you win.
Yeah.
But I really want to get into the, like, even the high 21. I really want to do that. So that would be an overall goal.
Well, and I'd like to see the 2 of you get down into the mid 21s. That gets you in that area where now we're knocking on the door of individually qualifying for state. Allie, before the end of high school, I'd like you to see break the school record.
I would like to
I mean, doing it freshman year is a bit much to ask, but before you graduate, I'd like to see you.
that's
I
Good.
believe you. I believe you will.
I'm actually surprised with how long our school's been around. It's not an unattainable goal.
the person who said it, I believe, actually graduated with my parents.
It was right around then.
She ran
Wow.
across with my dad.
That is awesome.
You know her.
Yes.
Not
Can
now.
you just,
We don't
oh,
know
dang it. I
now.
was going to be like, you could rub your face. I mean, in a nice way. But,
Well, and I'm willing to bet on when we do get to track, the holder of the school record for the 2 mile went to high school with me, so I have a feeling your parents also know her.
Oh.
And I believe she teaches at Bridgman.
So we know where she is.
Yes.
Good.
Was it at, what was that River Valley where they had the chicken?
The what?
Okay, so it was for the school. It wasn't a cross country thing, but yeah, there's like a decaying chicken or something for compost. Or I don't know.
They were trying to see.
We named
They were trying to see how it works when it's
decomposing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was this like
Why?
along the course somewhere back in the woods?
No, it was right next to the school.
Oh, okay.
Well, we kept on passing it. I'm pretty sure we gave them names. I just can't remember.
And they were behind chicken wire with the
Yeah, that was funny.
Were they afraid the chickens were going to get away?
I don't
Or...
know.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
were like posting signs
Gotta do
everywhere that
signs.
were like, don't touch them.
Experiment in progress.
It's like forensics lab. It's kind of awesome, but kind of terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think outside would be one of the worst places to put it. If a raccoon comes.
Oh,
Or,
I think that's
Well, I
the
wouldn't.
purpose
I
of
wouldn't
the
want it
chicken
inside.
wire.
It's going to stink up the whole school.
Yeah. Kind of designated room for smelly stuff. You know,
Chemistry
gym
lab.
clothes left behind. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Outside gym clothes, chemistry. Got it.
Oh, not fun. On the topic of not fun,
Ooh.
the most recent update that came out from the state, which was yesterday, had a lot of updates for cross country, all the fall sports. Good news for us is we get to start on time. There were some modifications that have to go on, and along with that, in there it said that runners at this time are not required to wear masks when you're running.
If we had to do that.
Well, that's where I'm getting at. But if
Hold
that
on.
changes, because you know this whole thing keeps changing, if it changes, have you tried running with a mask on yet?
No.
I've been too scared
This
to be
is
honest.
yeah. I mean, going to a trip to Myers is difficult
I've
nowadays.
seen a few people around my neighborhood doing it, and I'm like, wow, that looks hard.
dedication.
I've tried it, and actually I saw St. Joe's varsity coach out running with a mask on. It's not comfortable. You can do it without passing out.
Okay.
You're definitely going to want a fabric one, not like what Amelia's wearing with the surgical one. That one's going to disintegrate. But hopefully they stick to it, and you just run, and if somebody gets close to you, socially distance by just running faster and running away from the
There you
competition.
go.
Yeah.
I feel like no offense, guys.
Over to the other side of the state.
Yeah.
The other side, well, that's for practice, but in the course, yeah. I think it was Izzy that mentioned this earlier, but the Michigan Cross Country Speed Rating blog goes out and does all sorts of assessments and pulls down numbers off of athletic.net and does, rates things. Put out their preseason top 20 for our region. And two of you are listed in that top 20.
Virtual high five.
Yeah.
Amelia, high five to you. We love you too.
What are your thoughts on that?
That got me really excited. Like, I saw that and I was like, oh, I love the thingy. I was so happy. But then I realized it was top 15 mixing. I was a bit disappointed, but still very happy. Yeah.
But you have somebody on the other side of the state who is doing an evaluation and put you in that top 20. Do you feel like there's pressure associated with it?
Yeah. I've been
Well, for Allie, for you, even if you weren't on this ranking, you went to state. There's an implied pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, part of my job is going to be trying to get you to forget that pressure.
Yeah. I've been too happy to think about the pressure. I was so excited. I screenshotted that. It's in my camera roll. I'm very,
That's
very
awesome.
happy. I treasure that chart.
I was a little bit bummed because there are some flaws in it, including
A St. Joe runner.
a runner that goes to the public high school that was listed as one of our runners, which means that runner's not even in our region. So I'm like kind of curious because Amelia's always on your heels, not always on your. Sometimes she beats you. Is she number 21? I don't know in this ranking. And would she have made it into that top 20 if, what was it, like number 3, number 2?
It was number 1.
Or number 1? Number 1 isn't, is a Division 1 runner, not a Division 4 runner.
I guess we got the benefit of the doubt now.
Yeah. I like seeing
Of course, you get to be the dark horse, the secret runner that they don't see coming.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Rose like a little.
That you were highlighted.
It's weird to think that somebody that I don't know
Yeah.
something
That's a
about
celebrity
me.
feeling.
It was a weird feeling.
Well, Allie, just think of if me and Amelia wrote something about you.
because I know you.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
But this
I
is a
feel
guy
like
who
we
follows high school cross country
Yeah.
on the other side of the state who wrote a paragraph about Allie.
Yeah, we're not professional, Allie.
Take it like that. It's like, he doesn't know me at all. I don't know him at all. You just think that he wrote something about this thing, Allie.
Yeah.
It's weird to think for all three of you now that you're in high school, and we're a tiny school and we don't get a lot of press, but I mean, there's zero chance that they're going to write an article about in the newspaper or on local media about an 8th grader
Yeah.
or a 6th grader. But now that you're in high school,
Yeah.
and especially as you go through high school, there's more chances that there's going to be media articles where the three of you are mentioned.
Allie, they're pressing your future. I guarantee you.
Well, I mean, not just Allie.
Ooh.
Amelia, Izzy, you too.
Yeah. Virtual high five. Woo. Yeah, Allie, you can come too. It's okay. You may be a robot. We still love you, though. Yo.
So currently, our varsity girl squad is all freshmen,
The
which
three of you.
means with the three of you, amazing. Which means that all of our middle school girls will be looking up to the three of you.
And there are
They're a bunch.
There's 11 of them right now, and we're supposed to get some more that are
Yep.
fashionably late signing up.
So how does having all of them look up to you make you feel? Is this something that you've thought about? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you ready to handle that pressure?
I like having little buddies in the middle school. I feel it's way easier for me to talk to like people younger than me than older. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I don't know why. Maybe I just feel pressure, but I like having little buddies in the middle school. I don't know why.
Yeah, I really like hanging out with little kids too, with younger kids too.
I like having middle school buddies.
That will be weird though. It's odd but interesting.
They're going to be watching everything you do. They're going to listen to everything you say.
Are you gonna play the Sting song for them?
Okay, well, that's just creepy.
A little squad of people who are jumping in the lake with us.
Yes, they will. The 6th graders for sure will be doing that.
Coach Kid number 1 is my little buddy, and that's awesome to me. Yeah. I really like having little buddies.
There
Awesome.
are currently 6 6th grade girls on the team.
Wow. We were 6th graders. How many? There were 4.
There were 4 of you.
And 4 6th graders. Okay. Yeah, they beat our record, dang it. If there was a record.
Well, I mean, it's a lot, and we potentially are picking up 1 or 2 more out of the 6th grade.
I'm only familiar with like 2 or 3 of them. So number 1. One of them is basketball. That's true. Wait a second. Is that the one who's really good at basketball? Yeah,
There's
I
one
know
who's
that
like,
one.
there's one who's really good at basketball.
Yeah.
That would be the one. I'm not sure we're going to get her, though.
Oh, but still.
But she would blend in with the high schoolers because she is very tall.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
But we are getting one of them that's coming in has done a triathlon already.
Mhm.
She did a virtual indoor triathlon in addition to like the summer racing club ones we do, like Kid One does. This one did one. It was like run on a treadmill, do a stationary bike, and swim in a pool.
Oh, wow.
I think it was at the Y.
It was at the Y.
So we're getting. It's not like the 6th graders I had when I first started. Like, I've never gone running before. Or I've, I mean, the ones that were even before you, where you all came in, I'm like, holy cow, these girls, they did Girls on the Run. They're in shape. They're ready to go.
You're hilarious.
It's been an evolution to get to this point.
Yep.
They're so prepared now.
Yeah, hearing about all these accomplishments of the 6th graders makes you like, oh no, what if they beat me?
No, they're not gonna. They're not
No,
gonna
I've
beat
been
you.
I've been running with you, with them.
this-
And I've been running with you, and they're not going to beat you this year.
Good. Because I feel like I've had the same Amelia rivalry if anyone else. I don't know why.
I'll share it.
I like being number 2 after Allie when I can. I like that.
Yeah, I like trying to be
I've
number
given
2
up
after
on
Allie, but
beating you, but I like being number 2.
that was a lost race.
Yeah,
The first day. You know.
Lost cause. We realized we wouldn't beat you the first day, but you're a goal.
First day.
I missed the first one.
Oh,
You know, we.
Oh,
I think there was fair in there probably somewhere.
Oh yeah. No, it was a mental consciousness.
Oh,
okay. We knew.
we could feel your presence.
Yeah, you could feel your superior running skills. I don't even know.
Well, On that topic of leadership, though, I'm not going to pick 2020 captains until we're at least a week into the season yet. And right now, and Jess knows I've been at home going, I don't even know how many we're going to have. I don't want to have a whole army of captains.
Oh, darn.
Aw.
Armies are so fun.
So I'm going somewhere between two. I'll have 2 and 4 captains. But what qualities? And you've been on the team for a while. What qualities do you look for in a team captain?
Generally.
Leadership for people, if you like, especially for like the sixth graders who don't know warm up or like go during a meet, what should I use this for?
So,
Yeah.
if you're looking, trying to do an observation, if you're to stand against the wall and look for leadership, because leadership means a lot of things to a lot of people, what would they do? What actions would you see?
I would look for someone who helps others before they ask. Sometimes there are kids who just are a little tentative to get in there.
I would look for someone who's approachable because it's like this scary person.
Yeah.
Just ask in general.
Which is funny because in general, the cross country team is not the big scary team.
Exactly.
That's your stereotypical football team.
Definitely. Yeah.
But I mean, relative to the group, yeah, somebody that's approachable and friendly.
And then just being responsible is very important. I'm working on responsibility, but yeah, just remembering things.
I'm
Being
working
a
on that one.
poster picture kid of what you're supposed to be or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but like,
Like being a good example.
Yeah, exactly.
Being able to acknowledge that
But
they
also,
make mistakes.
yeah, also
No, that's
not being too stiff,
not
So
being too perfect.
yeah.
Not being too perfect though.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Hey.
Well, given that currently the varsity girls team is the 3 of you,
The Three Musketeers.
all freshmen, there's a good chance that at least one freshman is going to be a captain.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
That's not where I was going with this, but
For it.
do you feel like that's just too much to put on a plate of a freshman?
Nah.
I don't know.
At least not these 3 specific freshmen. I don't know. It just
I don't
feels
know
like
about
so cool.
some of the freshman boys, but
Yeah.
I feel like
I think I'd be ready for it. I think
so cool.
I think yeah.
We can take it.
We can take it.
I just think
the
it'd be
confidence
cool.
is there.
Definitely, and that some bigger schools you don't even get the chance to be a freshman captain. So this is
Well, at
just
some bigger
crazy.
schools, you don't even get a chance to really be in the starting 7. I mean,
Definitely.
the public high school in town,
Yeah.
there's years where their high school cross-country program is 75
Yeah.
runners.
Wow.
Only
Yeah.
7 boys and 7 girls get to step up to the starting
Yeah.
line.
I love being an LMC because like it's not that crazy. You get to do the things you love.
Exactly.
You get to do the things you love and figure out what you love. If this was St. Joe, I feel like in 6th grade, no offense, St. Joe, I'm sure you're great people, but
Just a lot of those great people.
yeah, just a lot of
A
people.
whole lot of them.
In 6th grade, I feel like it wasn't just a few people. I don't know. Probably wouldn't have improved so much because it's less of a focus on you. You're just another person in the backdrop. Again, no offense, St. Joe, you're fabulous, I'm sure. But yeah,
I would definitely feel like I'm being lost and stuff.
yeah. I don't know. I couldn't have grown so much at a big school like that. I love where I am right now.
Most of us
Yeah, well, definitely. Right, you a closer lot. Yeah,
less of us.
Right.
Even among the high school,
Yeah, you got no high school people. It's really cool when there's middle school and high school sports together.
Was it weird to think about that this incoming 6th grade class will be your freshman teammates when you're seniors?
I'm really excited about
So
that.
you've got
I think
3,
that's so
you got
cool.
all these years now coming. You're basically preparing your teammates for your run to state your senior year.
It's really cool. I think that's so cool. It's crazy. It's crazy when you see people in like middle school. I mean, I've never experienced this personally, but like you'll never get to run a varsity race with them for some. Like if you're a sophomore and the 6th grade come in, you'll never get to run the varsity race with them. That's crazy to think about. Yeah, it's the opportunity to run with these awesome sixth graders. He also works in reverse as like a sixth or seventh grader. Maybe you look up to someone. That's like
Well, never. I mean, there's other races. I know one of our seniors that just graduated had been planning to go do the Glory Days public 5K at Portage. One to run with her brother, who's in middle school, but also to watch her other brother run the varsity race.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
So you guys are kind of looking at the future now. And speaking of the future, you guys have your full high school running career ahead of you. But believe it or not, those 4 years are going to fly by. So when they're over and you're done with high school, what do you think your relationship with running will be after high school? Do you think that you'll run in college? Do you think that you'll run on a regular basis? Are you going to throw it all away?
And by running college, like just go out for a run, or do you think you'll be on a actual team?
Yeah.
Competing at the collegiate level.
Run an occasional 5K or just move on to a completely different sport altogether?
I don't think I'd be running on as a team with others, but I do definitely want to keep doing sport and keep running.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if someone's going to give you money to go do something you love.
Yeah, take it.
Go. Take it and run. Literally. I feel I'll always keep running. I don't know if I'll do it with the team afterwards. I'm not going to be able to stop. I don't think I'll do it after high school, but if I have kids, they are going to be running cross country. No doubt in my head, it's not an option. You have to try. Marathon team.
There you go. Yes.
Be a marathon team. That's our future goal. We're going to be bonding in our 30s on a marathon.
There's speaking of teams, there's a race, and it's like, I think it's in September. And it's a team race, and at the high school level, we've tossed it around a few times because they do have discounts for high school teams, but we always have a cross-country meet that weekend, which is like every weekend. But it's a relay race. It's a 200-mile relay race up the west coast of Michigan. And it's preset legs, and I think the longest leg might be a 10-miler, but most of them are like 3 miles. And you take vans and you leapfrog, and you camp out over the weekend.
Cool. Okay, guys. Another goal.
So there's something like that when you finish, and there's other relay races like this around the country where you can get together as a team as college students on a weekend or the summer. I think it is.
I have no idea. But I think that would be so cool. We're going to be bonding in our 30s over running. Yeah.
There's just a group of 3 guys who were like, I don't know, 30s. They all wore 5 guys jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
I remember those guys.
Yeah.
It almost looked like the big boy in runner form because they had the red and white checkers.
Totally.
Except for in shape.
In runner form.
Yeah, great. Did we ask them where they got those jerseys?
I think we
They
did.
just went online.
I think, they just went online. We wanted to get jerseys like that. Yes! Lowe's, are you listening? Lowe's, I need your taco jerseys.
When you're not running, what other sports or exercise or physical activities do you do?
Well,
You like to bike?
I like to bike just like anyone else, and I walk a lot because I'm a human. But,
Sorry, Allie.
Sorry, Allie. I really can't relate. That's okay. But I other than cross country and track, but track's kind of what I do to stay in shape for cross country. It's kind of like my conditioning program in a way. But other than that, I don't do any sports. I've been trying to teach myself tennis.
Hey, I've been
trying
doing
to
tennis.
street tennis. Street tennis.
Street tennis.
Yeah,
By street, I mean you play.
Let's say nothing screams the street like tennis.
Yeah,
But I mean like we play.
yeah. It's hard to teach yourself something that you don't know,
Yeah.
so I'm not very good at it.
I've learned
But
that
hey, we'll see.
I've learned that once you become a runner, you kind of learn to appreciate the walking.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Since I've run so many times in my neighborhood, I'm going to condition myself to always run on it. Whenever I try to walk, it always ends up in a run.
Really? That's good. How do you do that, Amelia?
I don't know.
Let me
It's
know.
hard. I can't just walk on my neighborhood.
Would you say you're
by myself.
programmed?
Oh,
You hold on to Amelia?
Is it step 1, launch a global pandemic?
Yeah.
Step 2, get stuck in your neighborhood?
There you go.
Oh,
Amelia.
you uncovered me. I'm sorry. Oh no.
I'm not the only robot Three Musketeer going
What?
feel that out.
Oh.
Always plot twist.
Yeah.
All right. What advice would you give a new runner of any age?
Just get started. It's a lot better than it sounds. It sounds very intimidating. At first,
We make it fun.
yeah, I've heard a lot of people through the years say, no, it sounds terrifying. I don't like running in the big to begin with. You do it, and it feels so great.
It's so much more than running.
Exactly.
And once you get started and begin running and begin getting in shape, it gets easier.
Yeah.
One thing I would say, it's a lot easier to run if you're not walking. Exactly. Don't walk, it's harder to run again.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
That might need to be the slogan on this year's shirt.
It could. I would do it.
But if you're just starting out, you don't want shin splints. So don't only run.
Yeah.
Yourself, but it's harder to run again once you started walking.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's harder to eat healthy after you've eaten a cupcake. I'm just saying. Same deal.
Well, you know what you can do is you can go for a run.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Like stop cursing and I shudder.
Nice.
Stop.
Number one.
I was just like, it must feel so calming hearing your feet on the sidewalk. I'm like, no, it's like a metronome. I don't want a metronome.
All right, last question. And then we got some other things we got to talk about before we wrap up the episode. But the last question for you three. What is the best running slogan you've seen, either on a big sign somebody held up at a race or on a T-shirt? The best, the funniest, the one that sticks out in your mind the most.
Yeah, she says that to me all the time. I say that a lot. A lot. Two I really like is, one, there's this one on Rachel's shirt. It was like, over the river and through the woods. And
in another river.
Across a hill and more woods and another river. I love that one. That was great. I love that so much. And then, our sport is your punishment. It's so true. I love that.
That's what our team shirt said in 2015.
I wish I was here in 2015.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, you guys get a say in the design of the shirt.
Yeah,
so you
the
could
varsity
do it
designs
again.
the shirt, so
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
We gotta make it good, guys. Yep. Yeah. Come on.
start working on it. Because the timeline I have, I moved it up. Like we need the T-shirt design done at the end of the first week because I want to have those shirts
I'll
early.
be looking on Pinterest, guys.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Amelia, what about you?
I think they said most of them actually. And let's see. I really like the regional shirt that we had. That over the river through the woods one. And
That guy wearing. Oh, you're wearing the shirt.
Okay.
You're wearing the shirt that we were just talking about. Good job,
Yeah,
Harry.
For people listening, Amelia's brother is sitting behind us. He's got the shirt on.
Wearing the shirt.
that shirt.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's one of my favorites. I think you guys said most of them. Yep.
Well, I like that. There's no excuses. Just excuses. XC. I love that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's not one of my favorites, but I do like it a lot.
Or just turn left. Track.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
track.
run fast, turn left.
Yep.
For track, that's the epitome of.
Exactly.
Yeah, like our sport, your punishment is the epitome of cross country. Run fast, turn left. Track.
All right, we'll keep working on those. We got team shirts coming up in just a few weeks, and usually what I found through past 3 years, usually when we have a large group of boys, they all get quiet. So that makes it easy to, especially if you come up right away with a design, they're like, yeah, we'll go with that.
I'll be on Pinterest tonight.
All right, before we go, we do need to update the Red Arrow Challenge. The Red Arrow Challenge is the sister competition that goes along with the Summer Racing Club, only this one's open to everybody in the world. We're not sure where everyone's coming from, but based on the podcast downloads, we're getting, what now? Germany, France, Belgium, Brazil, and New Caledonia.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was fun. They downloaded several episodes, and then
Good.
Canada.
Pressure now.
Yep.
I'm glad you told us that after.
So to get involved with the Red Arrow Challenge, it's free. There's no subscription. We got rid of that. It's just sign up. So go to raxhw.org. Go to the RAC FAQ underneath the home tab. Create a username. Start moving and recording. And at the end of the week, put your totals in on the log page. That's it. And we post on our website all the leaderboards, but we like to give special kudos to the weekly champions. So for this most recent week,
Swimming.
9 and under, Lil Marsh. 10 to 19, Ronin Runs. 20 to 29, Lexi. 30 to 39, Wildcat. 40 to 49, Jesse's Girl. 50 to 59, Johnny Be Good. 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill. And 70 to 79, Grandma May.
Running.
Song pun name like that.
What, Grandma May or Jesse's
No.
Girl?
Jesse's Girl and Johnny Be Good. I love that. Whoever did that, applause to you. Sorry, keep going.
Running.
9 and under, Yellow Ninja. 10 to 19, Allie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
20 to 29, Lexi. 30 to 39, The Logan. 40 to 49, A Palomino. And 50 to 59, J Mar.
Walking.
9 and under, Seabass. 10 to 19, Allie. 20 to 29, Smytha. No 30 to 39-year-olds. They're too cool to record their walking. 40 to 49, Vino Mia. 50 to 59, Bill. 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill. And 70 to 79, No Don.
Biking on road.
9 and under, Lil Marsh. 10 to 19, Ronin Runs. 20 to 29, Gator Boy. 30 to 39, Cyclopath. 40 to 49, Coach T. 50 to 59, J Mar. 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill. 70 to 79, No Don.
Biking off road.
10 to 19, Allie. 20 to 29 was a tie between Smytha and Super Mario. 40 to 49, Tim 906. And 50 to 59, Mrs. Golden.
Sit down paddling.
9 and under, Seabass. 10 to 19, Abby.
Not my Abby.
Yes, it was your Abby.
What?
Yeah. 20 to 29, Gator Boy. 30 to 39, Rando 7. 40 to 49, Tim 906. 50 to 59, AR Miller. No 60 to 69-year-olds, but 70 to 79, Grandpa Bob. I'm assuming Grandpa Bob and Grandma May know each other.
Oh.
We're guessing. We do a lot of guessing on these.
Stand up paddling.
20 to 29, H. Kaner 305. 30 to 39, Wildcat. 40 to 49, Coffee Dude. 50 to 59, AR Miller. And 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill.
Cross country skiing.
The usual suspects that must be the only ones with Nordic tracks. 40 to 49, El Tiburon 95. And 50 to 59, Big Juan 64.
Skating.
20 to 29, H. Kaner 305. 30 to 39, Wildcat. And 40 to 49, Great Juan.
Hockey.
30 to 39, Wildcat. 40 to 49, Great Juan.
Points.
For 9 and under, Yellow Ninja beat out Little Marsh by 2 points.
Oh my.
10 to 19 was Allie. 20 to 29, Lexi. 30 to 39, Wildcat. 40 to 49, A Palomino. 50 to 59, Bill. 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill. And 70 to 79, No Don. And then there are the featured members. I went running and I walked. And you and I, Jess, we both swam and biked, and you actually beat me on swimming.
That's surprising.
Yeah. We both went for a bike ride with Bike Buchanan on Tuesday with Liz from way back in episode 20.
Yep.
And on Saturday, I went for a ride with Greg, also from episode 20, and the Pachyderm Peddlers. At least for a little while. I went with my dad, and then he decided we needed to go off on a detour. He didn't want to keep up with the pace. And Greg was not going to leave us. We're like, no, you go on.
That was nice of him.
It was a no-drop ride. He did a great job. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting out with them one of the nights. They're out riding right now.
Cool.
How's your current week going?
It's not going well for exercise. So it's photography season, senior season, family picture time, and I've been busy. I'm either at a photo shoot or I am sitting in front of a computer editing, and I'm not doing a great job of managing my time. I need to figure that out. But it's going to be okay.
Sounds like a podcast episode.
Yeah.
We'll probably be doing next week.
For sure. How's your week going, Marco?
Great, actually. I did Bike Buchanan with my dad this week, and I've been running with Kid One, and I got to play hockey. I get invited to a private skate. Somebody rented out the rink. It was not USA Hockey. And got to play a 4-on-4 pickup game for an hour and a half. That was great. Ladies, how about you? How's your week going in terms of conditioning, getting ready for cross country?
I think fun. Everything else.
Same.
I did really good last
And
week.
I sort of fell into a book coma yesterday with a book that I really loved. I sat down at the end of the day and didn't come back up until dinner time.
Which book was it?
A Way of Kings, Brandon Sanderson. Yeah,
Probably
so-
a big brain.
Not really.
Oh,
This is the time to read books for fun, because in a few weeks school's going to start and you have to read other textbooks and everything. So pick something that's just fun.
Anything.
I did actually read one book so far this summer. And
How did you get away with only reading one book? Your mom's a teacher.
yeah.
Was it a thick book at least?
Good job, Allie. You thought about it.
Then you're at the beach.
Yeah, I read a whole book this summer. Anyway, wait a minute. What were we talking about?
Exercise.
Exercise. We went into books.
Okay. Well, last week I did great, but this is not about last week. I've done okay running this week, and that's all I've gotten to do, which is not great. Yeah, we need to run.
I've been forgetting to enter my totals forever.
Yeah,
I just need to enter them in.
You and like most of the executive board, right?
Yeah.
He's goes, I'm running, I swear.
tried.
And I have people I've seen out running, and then they
I'm
don't put things in.
bothered to go and
I
run,
tried.
and then I just don't enter it in.
Yeah,
I mean,
one week.
yeah.
Last week
Every
I'm
year.
very proud of Thomas Array.
Every year there's always one week.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost done with the Summer Racing Club. The Red Oak Challenge keeps going year round.
Yep.
So that's still there. But with that, I think we've covered everything. So thank you to Allie, Izzy, and Amelia.
You're welcome.
Excited to get the season going. And Jess, it's been fun.
Loads of fun.
Till next time,
Bye.
bye.